Hey everybody, clearing. All right, let's get into a divine masculine check-in and see what we can. First off, let's have a look at what is going on emotionally for these DMs. What are they navigating at this time? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So I heard they're investing in themselves. Okay, let's have a look at how this relates to the feminine at this time. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. How are the divine masculines looking at their connections at this time? What is it that they are growing? How are they growing within their lives as a coordinated awareness here with how they're looking at their connection? And what do the divine feminines most benefit from knowing about this information? Okay, conscious mind about the connection. The Tower. Wow, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So I'm hearing my favorite Mark Twain quote again. He said something like, when I was 18, I thought my father was the stupidest man on the earth. And by the time I turned 20, I thought, gee, he'd learned a lot. It's something like that. It's like game changer. It's like suddenly they see what you've told them, the frequency that you've represented, the irony. It's like they have reached a threshold of growth and expanded consciousness where this connection is making sense in a totally new way, a more substantial way than ever before. So that's how they're looking at this. It's like a game changer. It's revolutionary. It's next level. What are they thinking about their feminine in that light? It's humbling them. Just that this connection, it's almost like a time capsule energy. This connection has been waiting, hidden in plain sight, for them to catch up to speed in some regard here. And it's actually humbling them. They're actually receiving the blessing of it. They hadn't understood how perfect it was in some regard, and as they've come to a new level of awareness, they see it in a different light. And it's like out of nowhere with this lightning, it's a 1 in a million. So there must have been a synchronicity or some kind of, you can't make it up, correlation that happened that is leaving them just floored with, how did I not see that before? And it's very humbling because it's so divinely given, is what I'm hearing. What do the feminines need to know about this? 4 of Swords. Yeah, just let it sink in. Be okay with your masculine not having been here before and just allow for that integration. This period of spaciousness is such a hotbed of growth and integration. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, because sometimes we need to have the pressure off to really see things first person, but sometimes the universe orchestrates these periods of solo sovereign focus to bring the certain things to highlight that we can't see when we're right up in front of it. Okay, what are the masculines experiencing regarding the divine feminine? Wow. The knowing of the commitment here. So I'm seeing that this is knowing that you divine feminines are standing the test of time and fully committed. Your actions, your words, your energy is displaying all in, and they're seeing this. But aside from that, the fail-safe is they're also now seeing the value, this intuitive knowing at how precious this connection is and how much they want to show up, honor, respect, protect, provide for you, Divine Feminine, specifically. Wow, and the Emperor. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles here. So something was not quite aligned yet. I'm not ruling out that this is some information that has gotten back to the masculine about how much you still love them after all this time in the spaciousness. It may have been through family or friends. I'm hearing song syncs or social media. Somehow the masculines have seen things in a different light here, and they're receptive to it more so than ever. Specifically, it is inspiring them to be that masculine for you, feminines. The Emperor, that's son of the morning. So there may be something in the morning that's illuminated to them, or that they take action. Do I want to say a message in the morning, potentially? What is the advice for the feminines? Seven of Swords. This is the Merlin. It's a bird, but the truth is on the same page with those two swords there. It's like a telepathic knowing or an energetic knowing. We've got that intuition here with the third eye. They are starting to tune into your wavelength. The frequency that possibly they didn't let you speak to earlier on. You were here, and I'm seeing them come into the same level of understanding of the energetics here. Let's keep going. What can we see on the heart space? Three of Crystals. So this is very practical teamwork, collaboration, energy on their heart space. It's giving me the impression that they understand that your internal motivations are compatible, are aligned, that your hearts are both in the right place, that they see that purity, that intention, that maturity, the readiness. They see this in themselves and in you. It's mirrored. They used to have a little bit of a double standard or projection or mistrust of themselves and of you. That's balancing out. They're holding trust. On the heart space here, what are they navigating? The foolish man, the spirit of ether. They're ready to take this leap of faith because they feel like some maturity has come in for both. What is your advice, feminines? Four of Wands, union. So this is dawning on the heart space that the masculines really do have this readiness coming in. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So they are seeing that together it's more appropriate to start aligning in the physical more here. Their heart is in that. They have a sense of peace and readiness about this. So feminines, continue to prepare for union by making any adjustments in your life on any level that bring you more fully into your potential, your alignment, the best choices for you. Just know that everything that you give to yourself in the highest prepares you for union and your highest timelines. What can we see on the heart space? What are these masculines aware of? Yes, they're in an integration of truth phase. They've sorted a lot of the at odds energy and they're coming to this truth. They're in meditation. They're looking at the horizon. They're allowing this emotion. I'm seeing this water, the masculine's not moving here from this meditation. They're not apart from the emotion, the water coming in. They're allowing that to come through them in waves. Things are balancing out here. The things that used to be at odds, we've got the Three of Swords there all in a row. So they're sorting out the heartache. They're sorting out the misconceptions. They're finding the love through the clarity through looking at the history, and they're allowing their emotions to be processed. The High Priestess, yes, they're sensing things here on the heart space. This is the card that says be still and know. So they're not running from anything that makes them feel uncomfortable. They're embracing all of it equally. They're witnessing, observing. Instead of panicking or resisting, they're allowing. It feels like they have changed substantially out of old patterns that kept them distracted, and they've made more time to just be with their awarenesses, to be more mindful, to be more aware of intuitive guidance. They could be praying more. They could be resting from people pleasing and keeping up with the cool crowd. 1111 I just saw. Page of Cups. So just surrender to the process right now, feminines. This is, believing the best and holding that in your heart, being safe in your own energy, good on your own, while the whole world is healing. What can we see for what they are wishing to manifest? Progress, next level. They want to take things to the next level with who? The Queen of Wands, Divine Feminine. So yeah, they do want to present this next level cosmic version of themselves that's no longer bound to the mundane, no longer bound to the conditioning or the imprinting. They really have seen on a higher level. They want to meet you on that higher level. What is the advice? Eight of Swords. Okay, so it may feel, Divine Feminines, like you're being stopped from communicating, or it may not feel appropriate. You may feel like you are not the one to do that right now. I have been saying so many times that communication is not just a masculine or feminine thing. There are appropriate ways to communicate no matter who you are. But this really is that feminines might be guided right now to allow the masculines to approach. What can we see for the action, these masculines? The Great Wheel, Divine Timing, and the Four of Wands. Okay, so yeah. Masculines are growing sufficiently to be praying for this divine guidance. We just got it the other day that the guidance for the masculines was to pray specifically for instruction on how to come towards union. And we have the 1111 union, Four of Wands card here in the inverse. So the masculines don't have it all sorted, feminines. They don't know exactly what to do. But when they pray, ask and it is given. So even they don't know the timing. Even these masculines don't know exactly how it's going to play out. But this collaboration, this will to collaborate with you on the heart space, that yes for them, coupled with praying for specific instruction one step at a time, is what they are being guided to continue to do here. So whether that is in their own life with the things that they are establishing, or whether that's communication with you or other things that they're guided to do that are directly in favor of this union, that's what I see the masculines doing here. Seven of Pentacles, so this is continue investing in you. We already had the messages, do what is best for you. Continue making your own sovereign aligned choices, knowing that every time you decide something in your highest and best interest, that you act with self-love and you really give to yourself in all the healthiest, most balanced ways, the secure decisions. When you continue to establish that, that is what you draw towards you. And that is what's coming from these masculines. So it's about being accustomed to receiving love from yourself so that you understand what that energy feels like, so that you can be receptive and recognize that energy when your masculine truly approaches in readiness. You will be ready when you have allowed yourself guilt-free to love yourself, and it works together like that, feminines. What can we see as the biggest challenge for these masculines? The victory on the horizon. You know, the Six of Wands is the masculine coming in from the battle, crowning the bride-to-be. And this is on the horizon. The Five of Wands is truly letting go of the old to make room for the new, but riding towards that horizon, anticipating. Some of these masculines still have karmic things to release, contracts, things playing out, or they see you still releasing the final things that came before these connections. And the Hierophant. So there's that divine guidance, the downloads, the answer to prayer coming in. The masculines are right where they're meant to be here. So that's the challenge, continuing to listen to that guidance impeccably and going towards this victory. What can we see for advice? Yeah, the Chariot. So this is basically saying, feminines, this is moving forward. You may not see them fully cresting the horizon, but they are doing that. I'm even hearing, if they are silent right now, you may not see this coming. It does happen when you least suspect it. And that's part of why it happens when you least suspect it, because it can be in a lull. It can be in a silent time where you would have no heads up that it would be coming, because the masculines are more action, less talk. They're buckling down to get these things done because the divine is telling them it's go time and to get ready. And so, yes, the Chariot here, feminines, this is a confirmation. Things are moving forward. And this little bird is looking over to the masculines on my table in anticipation of them coming forward here. What can we see for the solution to this challenge? Taking this torch of yes. I just heard this is the yes. Lighting fire to this connection. Hot, hot, hot. And the blasted tower. So out of nowhere, strike when the iron is hot, I just heard. So yes, these masculines are preparing. They're persevering. They're clearing through karma. And they're anticipating the go time here. Advice for the feminines, Four of Pentacles. This says open your heart. It's also a confirmation that this foundation has been laid to build on. These masculines are releasing the old lives. They are literally walking out of their old lives towards this connection, their higher timelines. Merging worlds, I just heard. What is happening in the near future? Yes, here's the offer. Here's the Knight of Crystals offering in the physical. I heard showing up at your doorstep, offering you this invitation, this togetherness, and Temperance, daughter of the reconciler. So offering reconciliation. Both of these cards have individuals standing straight forward, and this one as well. So they want to look you in the eyes. My conscience is clear. I can look you in the soul. The eyes are the window to the soul, and I can look you in the soul now and tell you I do. Oh, wow. Advice for the feminines, the devil in the inverse. I'm just hearing, come hell or high water, this love wins. Wow. Okay, these masculines have grown enough to hold their own and take counsel with the high priestess here and to offer you their truth. It's not that they didn't love you or believe in this love before, but they still had shadow. And they know that you would have recognized that, and it would have only been a matter of time if they came forward with any of that still there. Yeah, we're going to get a last Starseed Oracle. What can we see for the feminines watching? Chamber of Incantation, Summoning and Ceremony, Invocation. So it really does feel like it has begun. It's just giving this feeling of it's past the tipping point. Like this is happening. It is truly just a matter of time. It's already, your masculine has already decided that coming forward fully was in the plan, was their intention, or they wouldn't have been doing all of these major life changes and all of this work to up level, to rise, to meet you, to become the best version of themselves. Growth is the name of this game. And for masculines watching, what can we see? Dimensional planes of perception, number 1, linear sequencing, hierarchy, time, and logic. Wow. I mean, the masculine message here is that right from the get-go, this was as straight a line as possible towards union. Even if it doesn't look that way, there is this, I heard bow and arrow accuracy, straight path, straightest path it could have been to union has actually played out. Even when it's looked this way and that, it's still been all necessary things because of how the counterparts have consistently thought of each other, whether near or far. That quantum entanglement, that reference of each other on the soul has kept that straight arrow target all the way along, even when it didn't look like it. All right, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.